You've probably already visited Asakusa and Ueno, but you may have missed this amazing hidden gem. This is Kappabashi kitchenware town, which actually is home to Tokyo's largest kitchen district, which sells sample foods, Japanese cooking utensils, but today I'm on a mission to find the ultimate Japanese knife. So let's see what I can find. While you're exploring Kappabashi, make sure to keep your eyes peeled for Kappa, which is a mythical water imp, and there are quite a few little statues throughout the whole neighborhood, and the name is actually originating from Kappa, so keep your eyes peeled. I think it's worth a visit to this neighborhood just to walk around and see these elaborate storefronts, because there's not quite anything like it. Just seeing everything out the front, you can pick it up and take a look and see if anything's on sale, because there's a lot of affordable things in this district. But I actually have a plan before I get the knife. I want to check out a few handmade like chopstick stores, bento, as well as some plastic food. Check out that view of Skytree. That just shows you how close we are to Asakusa, because if you go right down there, you'll be at Sensoji Temple. And it seems like there's more shops down this little road, so there's so much to explore. You really need to dedicate at least half a day to really digging yourself deep in Kappabashi. One thing I recommend checking out while you're here is the sample foods, because these are really iconic in Japan. Every time you go to a restaurant, you're gonna see things like this, and some of them are incredibly realistic. So come inside and take a look. This is my favorite Japanese breakfast, natto and rice. And look how realistic it looks. I wouldn't know if someone put that in front of me. But you can also buy the classics like ramen, or a little pencil holder. Look at this. That's so cute. There's so much to look at, and I love these. They're the perfect souvenir for a friend back home. Even like a cat cookie. The details on this are insane. Like you can even see like the condensation and like the cold ice beer. This literally has every detail, even bubbles inside. Also, this is what I want to bring home. This is melon pan, and this is a very, very popular snack in Asakusa, which is right around the corner. Highly recommended if you're in the area too. These look so realistic. I could just bite into it. I've just stumbled across Dengama, which is a store specializing in yakimono, also known as Japanese ceramics. And I think there are over 3,000 here, and they've got 2 floors with all kinds of things. And I'm overwhelmed because it's so impressive. So I want to take you guys inside for a quick look around before we move on to our next place. Apparently one of the most popular products here are these sake cups. Look at these. And surprisingly affordable, 410 yen. They're all within 1,000 yen. And I love these blue ones, so pretty. Right now I'm visiting early in the year, but I need to make another trip in October because I just found out there's something called Kappa Matsuri, which is essentially a festival in this street where all the shops participate, and there are so many people here because there's sales. I love sales, and you can get 10 to 30% off the goods. So yeah, come back. Another thing to pick up when you're here are chopsticks, and I've come to Mikura because they specialize in only chopsticks, and they have over 500 varieties of different styles and designs. And I'm really impressed because the prices range from about 440 yen to 8,000 at the higher end. But there is something for everyone. There are so many beautiful designs, so many colors. We've got tones of red, brown, but then also more colorful modern ones. And if you come over here, they've even integrated some popular anime manga designs from Kimetsu no Yaiba. And if you're looking to make a really personal souvenir and take it home, you can get an engraved name or message on your chopsticks for a small fee. I believe it's about 550 yen to about 880 yen. And I think I might even pick up some for myself. Even a cute cat one here. Japanese knives are known internationally as being some of the best quality and incredibly sharp. And when you come to Kappabashi, there are so many stores, some of them actually only selling knives. So today I want to recommend you a place that has a long family history and it's been around since 1805. This is Sakai Toji. Let's go inside. It's quite modern. I heard it only opened last year at the end of summer. And the moment you walk in, there are so many knives up against the wall. And I do love cooking, but I'm here to learn all about them today. And so I've heard there's some English-speaking staff. Hello. Looking to buy a knife, can you give me a bit of information about the knives you have here?
Understand. This side a stainless steel knife. It's a carbon steel knife. In general, carbon steel more sharp than stainless steel, but rust must maintenance.
I see. So Iwata-san here has brought out 3 beautiful knives, and I believe they have all different types of uses. So could you explain the difference between these 3 knives?
Okay, this first is this. This name Usuba knife.
Usuba knife.
Made for chopping vegetable.
It's got a rectangle shape. Nice.
Made for chop and push.
Chop and push.
So if you chop and push, entire cut. But one point, this not carved, slice is no good. Next is this chef's knife. Japanese name gyuto.
Gyuto.
This better for
slice. I see.
But this carved, when you chop and push, not entire cut. Out this santoku knife.
Santoku, okay.
Please look. This half straight, half carved. So chop and push is good. Slice able to slice.
So this is all round?
Yes.
Okay, so I've learned a little bit of information here. Vegetable knife, meat knife, and then all around knife for meat, veggies, fish, everything. These brown ones here are stainless steel and they're really resistant to rust, easy to maintain, and you just wash it and you're good to go. Whereas this middle one here, because it's carbon steel, if you don't wash it off, it's more likely to rust. But the benefit to this is that it stays sharper for longer. So if you love to maintain your kitchenware and your knives, go with this. They've just let me into the cabinet with all the knives, and this beast of a knife is 13 grand. Oh, that's like insane, but it looks beautiful. And we've got like a little bit of a rainbow shimmer. It's surprisingly light, but in the kitchen, I'd feel like pretty good using that. And on the other hand, this is the most budget-friendly knife, which is 9,000 yen. And it's very light and small in comparison, but also just as sharp. Oh my gosh. I feel like a samurai. But I'm gonna put this away because I don't want to mess up and then be in debt. やっぱりこの包丁についてもう少し知りたいな。
もし深く知りたいのであれば、ぜひ大阪の堺東寺の方へお越しになっていただければと思います。
いいんですか？じゃあ行きましょう。よ
ろしくお願いします。
Sakai City, Osaka, and I'm here to meet the people who are making the knives. So let's check it out. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
セイラです。
田中内刃物製作所田中です。よ
ろしくお願いします。入っていいですか？
こちら包丁を作る工房になってます。見ていてください。
はい。Let's go inside. I'm so excited. I've never been in a place like this. And it literally looks like someone's home. はい。
こちら包丁の元になる。これがね材料なんですけど、これを材料にして包丁を作っている工房になります。
So those are all the materials they use to create these amazing knives.
はい。
Oh, we're going inside. Oh, wow. It's quite intimate. Whoa, where are we going? It's really dark. すごい. Wow. It's all of a sudden a bit warm. ここで作業されるんですね。そうですね。So this is literally where they're doing the work, and it's a lot smaller than I imagined. 結構思ってたよりなんかコンパクトですよね。
そうですかね。はい。
すごい。
で火を使う仕事なのでちょっと暗い工房になってます。色見るために。
Okay, so the reason it's dark is apparently because they're using the fire and they need to see the flames. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. じゃあぜひなんか
じゃあ
いろいろ
させてもらっていいですか？
もう早速。
はい。
He's getting started already, so let's go. Come here, look, he's going in like a little hole.
穴に入って。
すごい。Oh my god, it's on fire. 今は何をしているんですか？
これはね、 これは軟鉄地金って言って包丁の土台になる部分です。これに、鋼、これが鋼ですね。
鋼。
簡単に言うとこっちが柔らかくてこっちが硬い素材になります。これを2枚合わせてひっつけて包丁にしていきます。で、この手羽包丁、こういう包丁になります。
So we're trying to make a knife like this. And there's such a rare opportunity seeing something so close up and getting the opportunity to talk to these shokunin-san. Go time, baby. Swag.
さんもうすぐ出します。最初出した時にパーンって飛ぶんで。
じゃあちょっと
離れた。
He's telling me this is a fire zone. He's going to pull it out and then go bam. So we got to get this moment. He's going.
行きます。大丈夫。
大丈夫。
これで次はこの機械。
はい。
もうあんまり飛ばないと思うんで。
わかりました。
最初ちょっとだけ飛ぶから。これでね、次ここの部分でここの部分
形間違えて
失敗もあります。はい。
So you can make mistakes.
最初の鋼と鉄くっつけるときにうまくつかなかったり、ペロンってめくれたりとか、
確かに
そういうのもあります。
だってすごいなんか形一回だけ間違えたら大変そう。
そうですね。なんか薄くなっちゃったり。
そうですよね。
はい、そういうのあります。
This is really hard work. I mean, imagine doing this all day, being in front of the flames. This has been a family-owned knife business, so he's probably learned from a young age. 何歳からされてるんですか？
僕は23歳からです。
23歳からすごいですね。So apparently this business has been around for 100 years and they've been inside this little factory for 60 and it's always been in Sakai City. So it's got so much history and devotion and passion. もうめっちゃ包丁に熱狂的ですよね。
そうですね。まあでも仕事なんでね。
でも素敵です。
はい。で買ってもらう人に喜んでもらいたいというか。
もう絶対喜んでますよね。Wow, you can see that's how he's shaping it. That's awesome. サンプルですね。はい。今は何度ぐらいですか？
これ今で700度ぐらいかな。
Wow. ずっともう次行って。Okay, so now that he's finished one, he just goes on to the next and the next and the next, and then I believe he does this all day. もう朝から夜までって感じですか？
この日の仕事はお昼までです。
Okay.
もう12時ぐらいまで。
もう別の仕事が始まるって感じ。
そうですね。出てきたのがこれです。これをまだボコボコのを成形というか形をちゃんと作っていって、こういう感じ。これはちょっと柳刃、これを触って大丈夫。
じゃあこれは何日？1日で作れる
？1日、そうですね。これで1日寝かすんで1日寝かして明日っていうか次の日これはやって。
So this is one step in the long process. But look how many knives he's made in one day alone. もうこれ昨日だけですか？
そうですね。昨日でこれだけです。
Wow. ありがとうございます。
はい。
Alright, so maybe we'll let him get back to work because he's quite busy and I'll catch up with him later. こちらで作られてる包丁って別の包丁と何が特別というか違うんですか？
さっきも見てもらったように包丁もいろいろな作り方があるんですけど、堺の打ち刃物っていうのはこう叩いて形を作っていくっていうのが一番の特徴。打ち刃物の打つっていうのは打つ、叩くっていう意味です。 はい。
いつから包丁を作り始めたんですか？
僕は大学を出て23歳の時から包丁作ってます。
若い頃からずっと
そうですね。
まだ若いんですけど
今47歳なので、何年や24年ぐらいになります。
なんか20年以上されてるんですけど、
はい、
やっぱまだ難しいとかまだ勉強あるところあるんですか？
はい、難しいですね。やっぱり温度一つにしてもひっつかない時もあるし、形もなんか薄くなりすぎたなとか叩きすぎたなとかあるんで、なかなか難しいです。
値段はどうやって決めるんですか？何が高い包丁の特徴、何が安い特徴ですか？
サイズ、実際のやったら安いし、大きくなるにつれて値段は上がっていくのと、あと鋼にも種類があって、やりにくいやつ、鋼そのものの値段もあるんですけど、やりやすいのともうちょっと難しいのはちょっと値段はもらってます。
海外の方から日本の包丁がすごい、人気っていうか、有名になってるんですけど、それはなんで日本の包丁の方が、別の国から？
簡単に言うと切れ味と思います。はい。切れるか、包丁って道具なんで、見て楽しむものでもないし、見てね、光ってたらいいもんじゃなくて、やっぱ使う道具なんで、切れるか切れないかですよね。やっぱ日本のはよく切れるんだと思います。
こういう包丁はどういう方におすすめしますか？
プロというか、毎日ね、野菜切るとか魚切るとかの人にはね、もちろん使ってもらいたいなと思うんですけど一般の人にもね、良さを分かってほしいなという思います。
料理を楽しくするんですよね。
そうですね。普通の家庭のね、料理も楽しくなるかなと思うので、人の喜んだ声を聞くのが好きですかね。はい、
包丁を長く使えるために何かやらなきゃいけないことあったりしますか？
悪い意味で言うとちょっと錆びやすいとかあるんで、使った料理した後に水分取っといてもらえればそんなに錆びることもないので。
Come into the studio and I'm going to try slicing with a blunt knife and then we're going to get it sharpened afterwards and test out the difference. So I've got a tomato here. Let's give it a go. Well, that was pretty good. Is it meant to be that good, even blunt? Apparently it was blunt, but I'm just too good at slicing. How's that? Wow. I've never sharpened a knife before, so I'm quite excited because this is a skill that everyone who owns a knife and makes any kind of food at home and cooks needs to know. Especially if you're going to invest in such a good knife, you need to know how to take care of it. So this is another way you can do it. Just gently gliding down. And you can buy this brick at a homeware store, so you can do this at home. And now it's time to slice our tomato and see if there's a difference. I'm curious because it was quite a good knife, even blunt. That's smooth. It actually does make a difference. It just glides. I have literally sliced this entire tomato into tiny pieces and it tastes even better now because it's just so beautifully sliced. Such a light, well-made knife. I might have to take it home. So sharp. One of the reasons we've come today is to actually support these Shokunin-san and start a Kickstarter, which means if you're interested in getting one of these beautifully handmade Japanese knives, you can. So check out the link down below, and we really hope that you'll want to support people out here in Sakai, Osaka, making these knives because they are worth every cent and every yen. Thank you so much for your time today. ありがとうございました。